To begin, good evening and welcome to this December 7th virtual meeting of the Paducah Planning and Zoning Commission. We welcome all of you who have joined us tonight, and we invite you to join us as we say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. Mr. Summer, call the roll, please.
Mr. Benberry?
Here.
Mr. Bradford?
Here.
Mr. Morrison?
Here.
Ms. Pollard?
Here.
Ms. Shramke? Ms. Shramke?
Here.
Mr. Wade?
Here.
Eric Casillas?
Here. Mr. Morrison, I believe you have our first item of business, the minutes motion.
Yes, ma'am. I move that the reading of the minutes for November 16th, 2020 be waived and that the minutes of said meeting as prepared by staff be approved as written.
Second.
Ooh, second by several people. Ms. Pollard. Are there any corrections, questions? Call the roll, please.
Commissioner Pollard?
Aye.
Commissioner Shramke?
Aye.
Commissioner Wade?
Aye.
Commissioner Benberry?
Aye.
Commissioner Bradford?
Aye.
Commissioner Morrison?
Aye.
Eric Casillas?
Aye. Mr. Wade, you have our first item of business, which is 113.
I move that this commission receive and file the application of Kentucky Hotel, Inc. for the proposed re-subdivision of property located at 5001 Hinkleville Road. I further move that the requested waiver of the public hearing and the dedication of streets be given and that approval of the submitted plat be granted.
Second.
Second by Shramke.
Ms. Morrison, would you like to speak for the plat?
Kentucky Hotels for Motel 7 has requested the property be subdivided into two separate tracts. The front building will remain on track 2, and then the hotel building in the back will be raised for future development.
Are there any questions or comments?
Yes, Mr. Summer, did we get the signage clarified?
Yes.
One sign for the entire.
Right. Morrison, you get that note that we had submitted?
Yeah, we added a note that said the sign easement established on this survey will be used by both tracts.
Okay.
Thank you.
Are there any other questions or comments? Call the roll, please.
Commissioner Wade?
Aye.
Commissioner Benberry?
Aye.
Commissioner Bradford?
Aye.
Commissioner Morrison?
Aye.
Commissioner Pollard?
Aye.
Commissioner Shramke?
Aye.
Eric Casillas?
Aye. Mr. Bradford, you have our next item of business, 132.
Move that this commission recommends the Board of Adjustment case USP 2020-132 pertaining to 100 Avenue for a conditional use be approved in accordance with the parameters submitted by the applicant. Adjoined to this approval recommendation as Exhibit A on November 24th, 2020.
Second.
There's a lot of echo background on that. I'm not sure if I'm the only one receiving that, but is anybody else hearing that echo? Because it's hard to hear the motion because of it.
And I'm not sure who seconded the motion. I couldn't tell because there was some dropout.
It was me.
Okay.
I think there's too many mics open. Not everyone has their mic off when they're not talking.
Okay, that might be it. Could I ask that Paul read the motion again with his mic? Oh,
Sure, we'll try again.
And the rest of us.
I move that the commission recommend to the Board of Adjustment case USE 2020-132 pertaining to 100 Ridgewood Avenue for a conditional use be approved in accordance with the parameters submitted by the applicant, adjoined to those approval recommendation as Exhibit A on November 24th, 2020.
Yes. And second.
And you were right, Joe. That's what it was. It was very clear this time. Thank you.
We have the petitioner on the call as well, Ms. Black. If you would like to address the commission, the chair is ready, please.
Yes, thank you. I am a voice teacher here in town, and I use the back part of my house to teach voice lessons. Obviously, I haven't been doing in-person voice lessons in a while because of the COVID-19 pandemic, but in anticipation for hopefully returning to in-person voice lessons, I am asking for conditional use for our house. And yes, is there anything else that I need to clarify in that?
I believe I understand that you'll really only have one pupil at a time, so parking would not be a problem. Is that correct?
That is correct. If I do have any additional students, I may have 2 students at one time, but never more than 2. And it generally in 30-minute increments for the voice lessons, sometimes an hour.
Are there any other questions or comments? Call the roll, please.
Commissioner Bradford.
Aye.
Commissioner Morrison.
Aye.
Commissioner Pollard.
Aye.
Commissioner Shramky.
Aye.
Commissioner Wade.
Aye.
Commissioner Benberry.
Aye.
Chair Priscillius.
Aye. Ms. Pollard, I believe you have our next item of business, which is 135.
I move that this commission receive and file the application of OJ Real Estate LLC for approval to waive 10 parking spaces and 4 stacked spaces at 2670 New Holt Road pursuant to section 126-71B2 of the Paducah zoning ordinance. I further move this commission find the waiver of 10 parking spaces and 4 stacked spaces shall have no negative impact on the property, and a total of 124 parking spaces and 4 stacked spaces are being provided on the site, and the reasoning contained in the petitioner's professional representative's letter are incorporated into these findings of facts shown and adjoined as Exhibit B, and 4 parking spaces shall be designated employee only parking in the driving aisle where potential stacking can occur, and the Planning Commission has the authority to waive the parking requirements at 2670 New Holt Road. I further move the application be approved.
Second.
Second by Benberry. I believe this is going to be an extension of the complex that already exists. They've purchased a property next door and will be adding on. My question has to do with the drive-through aisle. Is there anyone here representing the petitioner?
Yes, I'm here, Kathy.
Great. Wonderful. The drive-through, do they perceive this as being like a drive-through restaurant, or what do they anticipate for the property?
Yeah, so they intend to add an overall, it is 10,200 square feet of new building to what is already there. 7,700 square feet is unknown as to what's going to go in it yet, but on the end cap, there will be a new restaurant. That is for sure. It's a chicken salad chick restaurant. I don't know if you're familiar with that. It's a kind of a new franchise. Anyway, it's a fast casual type concept where they will have indoor seating and all that, assuming by the time it's open, maybe they will actually be able to go in. But yeah, and then it'll have a drive-through window as well.
Can I assume that someone who goes through the drive-through can either turn left or right when they come out of that driving aisle, either to go out the back or to go around back to the front entrance?
Yeah, absolutely. They can go either direction.
Do you perceive that the restaurant will have any outdoor dining?
There is a small patio area shown on the site plan that they will utilize for outdoor seating, kind of like you see a lot of the newer small restaurants, Starbucks or some of the other ones around town, or kind of add a little small patio like that.
I was going to say, it looks like they've got, at least from the drawing, three tables would be.
Yeah,
is that just a guesstimate?
Well, they probably can fit a couple more. That's just kind of shown on there for looks. I'm not sure exactly how many tables, probably 4 to 5, I would say.
Are there any other questions or comments? Call the roll, please.
Commissioner Pollard,
Aye.
Commissioner Shramky,
Aye.
Commissioner Wade,
Aye.
Commissioner Benberry,
Aye.
Commissioner Bradford,
Aye.
Commissioner Morrison,
Aye.
Chair Casilius.
Aye. Thank you. Mr. Morrison, you have item 136.
Mr. Morrison, you need to unmute, please, sir.
Try that again. I move that this commission receive and file the application of Steve and Jill Durham for the proposed re-subdivision of property located at 1140 Broadway, 1143 Kentucky Avenue. I further move that the requested waiver of the public hearing, the dedication of streets be given, and that approval of the submitted plat be granted.
Second.
Second by Wade and Pollard. This is the property that we've dealt with before. We did the rezoning on this property, and now they're coming before us to eliminate some divisions in the property to make one lot to build the storage facility that they came before us and talked about.
Yeah, this is kind of a continuation of that project from a couple of years ago. There were some issues with getting it rezoned, and ultimately they bought that old car wash on the Kentucky Avenue side, which allowed them to do the zone change. And now we're cleaning everything up, abolishing that interior line, forming one lot, which we have just recently submitted the final site plan on for that climate controlled storage facility. I believe that's in Josh's office.
I know we'll be able to see it when we see the site plans, but are the buildings going to be connected in any way?
No, not at all. This will be one new I want to say it's about 250 feet deep by, I don't have that in front, 50 or 60
Oh, that's
feet
fine.
wide. So one,
I just couldn't
one-
remember. I couldn't
Yeah.
remember, since they're both going to be relatively close to the lot line, if the intent were to try to connect them, which would not work
No,
out.
just one new structure with two overhead doors on the front and two in the back.
I recall, yeah.
It's a straight drive-through from front to back.
Yep. They'll pull in off Broadway. There'll be a keypad entry kind of thing, kind of a gated deal. Then they'll pull into the building. It's all indoor storage, and then pull out the backside on Kentucky Avenue.
That drive-through, do I recall, was that a double lane going through the building?
No, it'll be a single lane, but there'll be two of them, one on each side.
Okay, yeah.
Are there any other questions or comments? Call the roll, please.
Commissioner Morrison,
Aye.
Commissioner Pollard,
Aye.
Commissioner Shramky,
Aye.
Commissioner Wade,
Aye.
Commissioner Benberry,
Aye.
Commissioner Bradford. Commissioner Chair Casillas.
Aye. We have one more item of business. Ms. Shramky, you have item 137.
I do. I move that this commission receive and file the application of Melanie Burkeen and Ronald and Molly Kelly for the proposed re-subdivision of property located at 5660 and 5670 Buckner Lane. I further move that the requested waiver of the public hearing and the dedication of streets be given, and that approval of the submitted plat be granted.
Second.
Second by Benberry.
Just kind of reconsolidating the property that Kelly's and Miss Burkeen owned. There was a small narrow strip in the middle that really wasn't wide enough to do much. So they've combined that with the other parcel that they own and then re-subdivided basically that property in half, creating those two tracts of land. So let's get into these.
Are there any questions or comments?
There we go. Just curious, did the surveyor certificate get corrected?
Yeah, it did, Bob. That was just kind of a carryover from the original survey we did for the Mobleys last year. So yeah, we've changed that to reflect the Kellys and Burkeen.
Thank you.
Any other questions or comments? Call the roll, please.
Commissioner Shramky,
Aye.
Commissioner Wade,
Aye.
Commissioner Benberry,
Aye.
Commissioner Bradford,
Aye.
Commissioner Morrison,
Aye.
Commissioner Pollard,
Aye.
Chair Casillas.
Aye. That concludes our business for tonight. If there is no other business to come before the commission, we stand adjourned at 5:49. Our next meeting is December the 21st, and it will be another virtual meeting because of the COVID-19 restrictions. We won't have a Christmas party this year. I'm so sorry. But I wish you all a very Merry Christmas, and I hope that perhaps we can get together virtually to toast one another before the year is out. Thank you very much.